We live in a world that constantly tells us to rely on ourselves, to push harder, to grind until we make it. We're taught to hustle and believe that success depends solely on our own efforts. But let me ask you this. What happens when you've done everything in your power and it's still not enough? What happens when you feel stuck, lost, or hopeless? The truth is, we were never meant to carry life's burdens alone. There's a greater power that we can trust, one that can guide us through every twist and turn. Trust in God. Put Him first in everything you do, and watch how life begins to change. Now, let's talk about trust. Trust is not easy. It's not something we give freely without hesitation. For most of us, trust has to be earned. We look for signs, for proof, for reasons to believe. And while that might make sense in our relationships with people, it's different when it comes to God. God doesn't need to prove Himself. He has already shown His love, His power, and His faithfulness time and time again. Look at the beauty of creation, the intricate design of nature, and the countless moments in your life where things worked out in ways you didn't expect. Those are not coincidences. Those are reminders that God is in control. But here's the catch. Trusting in God requires letting go. It means surrendering your plans, your fears, your worries, and your doubts. It means saying, God, I don't have all the answers, but I trust that you do. Lead me, guide me, take control. And that's hard, isn't it? We like to feel in control. We like to think that if we work harder, plan better, or push further, we can make everything happen on our own. But the truth is, our strength is limited, our wisdom is imperfect, and our plans, they're nothing compared to the plans God has for us. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Let those words sink in. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Not just a part of it. Not just when things are going well. Not just when it's convenient. Trust Him with all your heart. In every season. In every situation. Don't rely on your own understanding, because our understanding is limited. Instead, submit to Him. Put Him first. And what happens when you do? He will make your paths straight. He will guide you. He will lead you to where you need to be. Maybe right now you're facing a challenge that feels impossible. Maybe you've been praying for something, and it feels like God is silent. Or maybe you're carrying a burden that's too heavy, and you're wondering if God even cares. Let me tell you this. God sees you. He knows what you're going through, and He cares deeply about you. But sometimes, trusting in God means waiting. It means being patient and knowing that His timing is perfect. You see, God doesn't work according to our schedule. He sees the bigger picture. He knows what's best for us, even when we don't understand it in the moment. Think about a farmer planting seeds. The farmer doesn't see results immediately. There's a process. The seeds have to be watered, the soil has to be cared for, and time has to pass before the harvest comes. That's how it works with God's plans for our lives. You might not see the results right away, but that doesn't mean God isn't working. He's planting seeds. He's preparing the soil. He's setting things in motion that you can't even see. So, trust Him. Be patient. Keep praying. Keep believing. The harvest will come, and it will be worth the wait. Now, putting God first doesn't mean life will be free of challenges. It doesn't mean you won't face difficulties or struggles. In fact, there will be times when you'll be tested, when your faith will be stretched, and when you'll wonder if God is really there. But those are the moments that build your trust. Those are the moments that strengthen your faith. Because when you put God first, you're building your life on a solid foundation. You're saying, no matter what happens, I trust that God is with me. I trust that He will see me through. Jesus said in Matthew 6:33, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Seek Him first, not second, not after you've tried everything else. Put Him first. Make Him your priority. Spend time in prayer. Read His Word. Align your life with His principles. When you do that, everything else will fall into place. It might not happen overnight, and it might not look the way you imagined, but God's blessings will follow when you put Him first. Think about the story of David in the Bible. David was just a shepherd boy when God chose him to be king. He wasn't the strongest or the most qualified. He didn't have the experience or the status. But David trusted in God. He put God first. Even when he faced giants like Goliath, even when he was pursued by enemies, even when he made mistakes, David's heart remained focused on God. And because of that, God used him in incredible ways. David's life wasn't perfect, but it was a life guided by faith and trust in God. Now, let me ask you, what would your life look like if you truly put God first? What if you trusted Him with your dreams, your fears, your relationships, and your future? What if you let go of the need to control everything and allowed Him to lead the way? Imagine the peace you'd feel knowing that the Creator of the universe is guiding your steps. Imagine the confidence you'd have knowing that no matter what happens, God is in control. Trusting in God doesn't mean life will be easy, but it does mean you'll never face it alone. It means you have a constant source of strength, hope, and guidance. It means you can face challenges with courage, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. So, put Him first, trust Him, lean on Him, and watch how He transforms your life. Let me leave you with this. Life is unpredictable. There will be highs and lows, victories and defeats, joys and sorrows. But through it all, God is faithful. He is constant. He is unchanging. And He is worthy of your trust. So, no matter where you are in life right now, take a step of faith. Put God first. Trust Him with all your heart. And remember, His plans for you are greater than anything you could ever imagine.